Yeah, overall a disappointing night for England, but we're really pleased to say that Anthony Gordon has joined us for a chat now. Anthony, obviously didn't go the way England wanted tonight. What did you make of it out there?
Yeah, it didn't go the way we wanted, but it's a bigger picture. It's great practice for us. That's how teams are probably going to play against us. So the more we play against teams like that and learn how to break them down, the better for us going into the tournament.
Why do you think it wasn't working? What wasn't quite coming off?
I think that we had a bit of a lack of quality around the final third. We've done well controlling the game and pinning them back, but a bit of lack of quality in the final third let us down.
You was very direct tonight, fantastic performance.
Thank you.
Do you think you staked your claim for that position on the left?
I hope so. Every time I play for England, that's what I want to do. And club, that's the first time I've kicked the ball really for 4 weeks, so wow. I just wanted to run as much as I could and get a blow, 'cause you know what it's like. Yeah. I wanted to go into the tournament with feeling fit and fresh.
We can see that someone stood on your foot, but
oh yeah, actually we should get the cameras on that.
As a positive that you're going past the fullback, and that's what they've got to do to take you down.
Yeah, I'll take it as a compliment. It's just part of the game. If I'm being direct, I'm probably going to get a few kicks every now and then, so it happens every game. I'm used to it now.
He's from Liverpool, he'll be fine.
He's had worse, I think.
But how's it been around the camp over the last 24 hours? Obviously, 7 players leaving the squad. It's very difficult to your teammates, you're all close, so how's the lads been around that?
I've got to say that the lads who got the news the night before and they were still around the camp, they took it so well. They didn't, make it known or anything like that. They were very respectful to all the other lads. We've got a great camp and it comes from the staff. I know everyone says that, we're not just saying that. The camp feels amazing and we feel ready to go.
How excited are you for your first tournament? When you land in Germany, is it going to be surreal for you?
Yeah, I don't think it will hit me until I'm actually on the plane, because that's all you hear. You're on the plane, or you're on the... So the plane's actually the exciting bit for me now. I just want to see what the plane's like. I'm expecting some big mad plane. We've got a day off now to enjoy with some family, and then, yeah, I can't wait.
Very quickly, Anthony, before we let you go, before the game, Wayne said some lovely stuff about you, hopes that you start out. That must have been nice for you. Is that nice?
No, it was. I've said plenty of times. He was my idol growing up. I absolutely loved the way he played. He's aggressive and his ability on the ball was outstanding. And obviously, being where I'm from, he sort of gave me that pathway to believe I could do it. So, thanks, Wayne.
We just need you to do what he did in 2004 now, Anthony.
He's got to go and win it now.
We wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck out in Germany. Thank you.
Go and win it.
Cheers, Anthony. Best of luck. He's done really well, hasn't he, Jill?
Oh, yeah, he's done so well. I think tonight, just the way he knocks the ball into the space and the change of pace, honestly, I just thought he was absolutely brilliant and a real bright spark, I suppose, on a disappointing night for England.
When we've got so many exciting players in this team, Anthony Gordon being one of them, why is it that sometimes you just have nights like this?
I think Iceland are a very stubborn team. They're hard to break down. They get bodies behind the ball. They make it difficult for you. And for England, I felt he didn't move the ball quick enough from side to side to get the players like Gordon enough 1v1 or Saka when he come on 1v1. And it can be difficult games. Once Iceland got the goal, they had something to hold on to. And the result is not the most important thing tonight. It's about players getting experience. I'm sure Gareth will be saying to them in there, that's what they're going to face, certainly in the group stages, so they have to learn from tonight's game.
And also, Jules, it's difficult, isn't it, Wayne? Because you're coming into this game tonight and you're going there, you want to win, but you also don't want to get injured. Because we've seen it where players have been injured in games like this, and then you're out, and you only got to pull your hamstring or your calf, and that's you done. Yeah. So there's a little bit of that. So listen, it's disappointing, but you have to give the lads a bit of leeway, I think, because they'll be ready. This team have shown that in previous tournaments, and we have to trust them and believe in them.
Well, let's get some more reaction now, because Declan Rice spoke to Kelly Summers just after the final whistle.
Well, Dec, not the send-off that you'd have wanted tonight. How frustrating was it out there?
Yeah, very. I think you see when we have that much of the ball, we have a couple of really clear-cut chances, and obviously get beat 1-0 at home just before Euros isn't ideal. But look, I'm going to take the positives with it as well. There was a lot of promising performances tonight. Felt on the pitch we played with a good tempo, always tried to play forward, be more attacking, be a threat, and in the end it becomes a frustration game because you're chasing your tail a little bit. You can likely get caught on the counter-attack, and that's where we have to be a little bit more savvy. But look, going into a tournament, it's not ideal that we lost, but also there's some good learning curves from tonight that I feel like we can build on as a team.
It could be very similar in terms of possession and teams setting up like that against you in the group games at the Euros as well. Was that a useful exercise? What did you learn about how you'll need to do things differently?
Yeah, look, I think there's no doubt our quality on the ball as a collective group, as a bunch of 26, we have an outstanding set of attributes. But maybe against the teams that sit in like that, it's about being a bit more mentally switched on. I felt like at time tonight we was a bit exposed with our press. We was a little bit stretched, not as compact as we usually are. But like I said, these are good things to look back on because, we're going to learn from it tonight. Obviously now I'm speaking, but inside I'm hurting, and between now and the next game, there's work to be done, and I'm ready to go, for the tournament because we all want to put things right.
You started in midfield alongside Kobbie Mainoo tonight. You spoke glowingly in your press conference about him. How did you feel he did and you as a pair?
Yeah, look, we've done it in March, and it was really positive. Could imagine tonight because we've lost. Some people are saying stuff, but that's football these days. Kobbie's young, I'm young. Our midfield options are young, and look, we're going to learn every game we play, and that's the beauty of football. That every game you play, there's another chance to improve and get better. And not ideal tonight, but going into the tournament now, I'm sure we're going to be more than ready for Serbia.
Thanks for your time, Dave.
Thank you.
Kobbie, not the result or performance that England wanted tonight. What do you feel wasn't quite right out there?
Yeah, I feel like we was off a bit with our press, and with the ball I don't feel like we was creating enough. But we have to learn from this, we've got a big tournament coming up, and now we have a point to prove. We have a chip on our shoulder, we know we have to be better.
It's been a remarkable rise for yourself, given the fact it was only 2 years ago you were in the FA Youth Cup. You've won the FA Cup for Manchester United, scoring the other week. Now you're going to your first major tournament. Can you quite believe it?
Yeah, I mean, it's happened very fast, but I'm just trying to take it game by game, and we've got some very big games coming up, so that's all I'm focused on for right now.
And the next milestone, do you think you could be ready to start that game against Serbia?
I hope so. I'm going to try my hardest in training to give myself the best chance of starting.
As for England overall, as we said, disappointing tonight, but how do you feel about the chances in Germany this summer overall?
Yeah, I feel like we have a great squad, and no matter what happened last night, I feel like tonight we still have a great chance in Germany. Yeah.
We'll enjoy it.
Yeah, we'll do.
Well, Gareth, it feels like that was a game that's very similar to how group games could go for England at the Euros, but what did you learn from tonight?
Look, we learned a lot, and we know the performance wasn't good enough. Equally, I think we needed the game. So many of the players needed the game. There's a lot of players that we're managing their minutes, that have either had a break since the end of the Premier League where you're trying to refresh them, but then they're out of the rhythm of playing. And so, yeah, it was obviously a disjointed and disappointing performance, and we didn't show enough character. But actually, I think it's a really good focus for us ahead of the tournament. Everybody's saying we're going to go there and walk through and have no problems, and the reality of international football isn't that. We've got to be far better without the ball than we were today, and then we've got to show more composure than we showed with the ball.
Does that concern you that you're describing a performance of England just 9 days away from the opener as disjointed and lacking character?
I think that there are a lot of reasons for that, and across the two games we haven't had probably our full side out at any one point, so it's been a strange preparation in that we're having to get players off after an hour at a time where you'd really be pushing to try and turn the result around. So we've been able to look at people, we've been able to learn about the balance of the team, and of course it's not perfect, but I've been involved in a lot of these last matches going into a tournament as a player as well, and of course inevitably players have one eye on what's coming a little bit in terms of some of the early challenges, so no excuses on the result. We have to be better than that, but I think there are a lot of things we can put right pretty quickly.
You mentioned balance of the team there. Did you feel that was slightly wrong tonight?
Well, we didn't get pressing right, and yeah, we were too stretched without the ball, and yeah, there were questions asked that we weren't able to answer. So no matter how much talent you have with the ball, if your out of possession game isn't right, then it can make it feel like you've not got a foothold in the game.
A word on John Stones, because he came off at half-time. What's the latest with him? A real blow given in England's defensive problems.
Yeah, we think he's probably okay, but we didn't want to take a chance with that, given what's coming up
9 days to go until the opener. How ready do you feel England are?
Yeah, we'll be ready. Obviously tonight hasn't gone as we hoped. I said to the players at the beginning of this 45 odd days that we're going to spend together, not every day is going to go as we want it, and tonight was one of those. But we have to stay very calm. I've spoken to the players, explained what needs to be better, what the level of performance is required, but also not everything will be wrong. We had a lot of chances, actually. We had enough chances really to win the game, but we conceded too many chances as well.
Thanks for your time, Gareth.
Okay, no problem.
A fair assessment, Wayne, from Gareth Southgate there?
Yeah, I think it was. I think he's not too pleased with the pressing, which me and Joe were speaking about during the game, which we felt he was disjointed, and that's when you hear players or ex-players or pundits talking about experience in teams. That's what the experience gives you, is communication and players talking and organising. And tonight I don't think there was enough players organising when they are pressing, making sure the back line are up, making sure the midfielders are going at the right times, the wide men are going at the right times, and that's what you get with inexperienced players. So I think the players will really have to learn from that. I'm sure Gareth will point that out to them and be a bit more patient, because I think England have got one of the best teams in the tournament, and if they do that, they've got a great chance.
There are 13 players who are going to their first major tournament in this squad, Joe.
Yeah.
Is that a problem then, based on what Wayne just said?
It's a problem, but it's also a strength. We've seen the excitement of Anthony Gordon and the fearlessness of Mainoo. So you get that with young players, you know. One of them might end up being the Wayne Rooney of 2004, you know, but there's other points in the game where you do need experience and you do need to shut it up. You need to, I think it's like, certain experienced players will smell something on the pitch after 20 minutes. There's someone maybe demanding, you know, giving someone a little kick up the backside. Come on, we need to be a bit more tighter. Can we get the balls in the box a bit earlier? The little things like that you understand as you get older. When you're a younger player, it's harder to first of all to really sort of get that onto your teammates. But Jude Bellingham's coming in. I know he's young, but he's a freak. He's an experienced player. You know, he's in the nicest way. He sees things like that on the pitch. So he'll be a big plus. There's lots of positives. 13 players having their first tournament can be a plus or it can be a negative. But I think there's enough in Gareth's staff to make sure everyone's prepared.
Jill, as England fans, we all get so excited the closer it gets to these big tournaments. But after a result like this, can you understand that feeling of feeling a bit deflated now?
I think I agree with Gareth, though. I think it was a bit disjointed because you are managing people on the back of a really long, tough season. Some of them lads, Phil Foden, only came in on Tuesday, and there was things where there was just passes misplaced or they just weren't getting the rhythm. And with another 7-8 days of training, I think we'll see massive improvement. So I do think Gareth's interview was spot on.
Okay.
Sorry, Jules, could I say, I think they'll watch the video of that game and it'll be a great tool for Gareth going in, because there's almost the bad things that went wrong are easily fixed, and they will be fixed in 9 days and England will be ready.
Genuine chances in Germany then, Wayne. Can they win it?
Absolutely. I think it's, as I said before, it's a very exciting squad. They've certainly got the players, they've got the firepower. I hope the back line is strong, because that's my only concern, but I think we've got more than enough to go and take teams on, head on, and if we do that, we've got a great chance.